And I'm like, why are these people so obsessed with where the women at? And I literally went into that. Like I asked, like when these women are married, you don't point a camera at these people. Like I've seen women, you just don't point a camera at them. It's rude, right? And that's like
in their culture.
In their culture.
Did explain this to you?
Yeah, they did.
Good morning. Right. There's been a lot of shit being said online about me, my family, my personal life. All of it's fucking nuts. So my wife decided to clap back a little bit, give some truth to the story. And yeah, so look, my wife is the most intelligent person I've ever met. That's why I married her. That's why I fell in love with her. She's fucking awesome. Now, if you think you're gonna talk about me or my kids or my team or my family and me and her not clap back.
Things that people have been saying that my ex-husband lives with us. No, he doesn't. And no, he never has. You're just making that up, inventing it completely. The idea that my current husband Ian took my ex-husband's name. Wild. I'm pretty sure most of you listening to that going, surely not. Surely nobody believed that. And a lot of the things I saw were people saying, this can't be true. You know, when it feels like it can't be true, it's probably not. The fact that people then said it with authority, like it's a news story, wild. It's stupid.
Breaking: Joe Rogan exposes Islam Makhachev for commenting on Ian Garry's
That's what
wife,
happens when true things are taken completely out of context.
About something, and she said, "You're not talking. I'm talking. When I'm talking, you're not talking." On camera. And you watch this, you're like, yo, that's what everyone's scared of.
Right.
That's
right.
what everyone,
Definitely.
you want to talk about like
competition.
Tyranny. The tyranny of being trapped in a relationship like that is like, and sometimes one person is so overbearing that the other person just sort of submits to it, right? And then you're just like, I don't want to fight. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with this. And so then you're just trapped, and this person's insulting you and humiliating you publicly.
Breaking: Islam Makhachev doubles down, mocking Ian Garry publicly right after Joe Rogan's comments started this entire firestorm online.
It looks very bad in this interview. Better for him training more and do less interview, you know. It look like somebody in the house control him and tell him what to say in the interview, you know. He look very bad in the interview.
Breaking: Ian Garry's wife fires back publicly, calling out the false rumors that spiraled after Islam Makhachev's controversial remarks.
That's what happens when true things are taken completely out of context and used in a hateful way. Imagine then when you talk absolute fucking shit. Some bullshit things that people have been saying that my ex-husband lives with us. No, he doesn't. And no, he never has. You're just making that up, inventing it completely. The idea that my current husband Ian took my ex-husband's name. Wild. I'm pretty sure most of you listening to that going, surely not. Surely nobody believed that. And a lot of the things I saw were people saying, this can't be true. You know, when it feels like it can't be true, it's probably not. The fact that people then said it with authority, like it's a news story, wild. It's stupid and it's a lie.
Breaking: Ian Garry clears up the rumors himself, shutting down Islam Makhachev's narrative with a calm, honest explanation.
So the main reason behind my wife's ex-husband was he's an elite performance nutritionist and he's very fucking good at what he does, right? To the point at which we've done every single weight cut for the UFC and they've been easier and easier and easier every single time. We've worked phenomenally together and I'm very proud of the work we've done. Now, in that same regard, he is a professional in one regard. He's also the father of my wife's son. And I never want to be a wedge between a father and a son. I never want that in my conscience.
Breaking: Daniel Cormier steps into the drama too, adding fuel to the Joe Rogan and Islam Makhachev controversy over Ian Garry.
First thing that comes to mind, I want to start Ian Garry. Bruh. Stop.
Relax, DC, relax.
Relax. We're a family program.
We all thought it.
We're a family program.
We all thought it. Ian Garry, I would say.
Breaking: Ian Garry's wife finally explains the real story behind their surname, debunking every myth Islam Makhachev's comments created.
name for my family in Brazil is all Machado. And so when I married Ian, what we do a lot in Latin America is you match the two names together, Machado, Garry. The stories that came out were that Garry took my ex-husband's name and that Garry sacrificed his own, and none of that is true. Ian simply added my name and his name together, and so he is officially Ian, and his surname is Machado Garry. I think another article came out said he changed the future nickname to Machado, and that's not it either. It's just people just getting over confused and overcomplicating something very simple. We got married, we added our names together.
Breaking, Ian Garry shifts focus back to fighting, promising to silence Islam Makhachev inside the octagon in Brazil.
No, I know he can't sleep at night right now because he keeps waking up and telling himself that he's better than me, but I know deep down he knows that's not true. So I need to knock him out in Brazil, give him an opportunity to fight for my belt, knock him out, and then I'll just say to him, now you can sleep. Now you can rest at night.
Breaking, Chael Sonnen reveals Islam Makhachev's blunt take on Ian Garry, calling him a runner instead of a fighter.
He said he was very familiar with Ian Garry. Said we watch him all the time. Ian Garry runs the whole time? Really? I had not noticed that. And it's a very interesting detail if he does. Now make sure, if you're talking about Ian Garry does a good job of moving, yes, he moves the whole time. But they didn't say moving, they said running, and running specifically, when we use it as a vernacular in this space, means he goes backwards. He's running from you. He's running. Running away from a fight. Guys that run away from fights are really hard.
Breaking, Joe Rogan warns Ian Garry that Islam Makhachev's brutal discipline, no distractions, pure training, is exactly what makes him nearly unbeatable heading into their showdown.
Believably grueling training sessions, and that was one of the things that was so apparent, like with his endurance and their discipline was like second to none. They were like, no girlfriends, no phones, no video games. We train, yeah, and recover, train, eat, recover, train, and you wanna really be a champion. This is how you have to work, and this is why Islam
Breaking, Joe Rogan repeats his warning, stressing that Islam Makhachev's relentless training regime is a level of dedication Ian Garry simply hasn't shown yet in his own career.
Believably grueling training sessions, and that was one of the things that was so apparent, like with his endurance and their discipline was like second to none. They were like, no girlfriends, no phones, no video games. We train, yeah, and recover, train, eat, recover, train, and you wanna really be a champion. This is how you have to work, and this is why Islam
Breaking, Khabib Nurmagomedov slams Ian Garry's trash talk as fake, insisting he wasted valuable energy trying to get into Islam Makhachev's head instead of focusing on himself.
It's just noise, He's not him, I think he tried to, it was fake corner. It's my opinion, because like a couple months ago we see how he was nice. Now he tried to be like, it's like it's look like fake, That's why this trash talk don't work on. My opinion, it was his big mistake. He lose so much energy. He lose so much energy because he tried to go under his skin. Don't focus on your opponent. Why you have to focus on him? Just focus on yourself.
Breaking, Luke Thomas explains that beating a pound-for-pound great like Islam Makhachev demands an extraordinary, almost reckless level of risk that few fighters are willing to take.
But nevertheless, both guys are running risks in cases like that. But I'm just talking about a guy who is a pound-for-pound great in the sport. He's either number 1 or number 2 heading into that contest with Islam Makhachev. The only way he was really able to maximize it was by accepting an extraordinary and frankly profoundly inadvisable level of
Breaking, Dan Hardy predicts Islam Makhachev will become even more dangerous at welterweight, warning Ian Garry that his body is only going to grow stronger in this new division.
At the time. I mean, his boxing's always impressed me. But at this point, I feel like Islam's moving up a weight class at the right time. You know, there are a lot of fighters that stay in a weight class for too long and they seem to kind of stifle their physical growth. I don't think Islam can stay healthy and stay in that lightweight division for any longer. And I think right now he's allowed himself to move into a division where his body's just going to grow into it. He's going to be incredibly powerful.
Breaking, Ian Garry opens up about the massive stakes of this fight, revealing that beating Islam Makhachev wouldn't just make history, it would fulfill his lifelong dream of becoming the most decorated Irish fighter in UFC history. He knows the magnitude of stepping into the octagon against the current pound-for-pound #1, but instead of fear, Garry frames this as the ultimate opportunity, a chance to prove himself against the baddest man on the planet while simultaneously breaking multiple UFC records. This mindset shows just how personal and career-defining this matchup has become for him.
I'm basically inevitably guaranteeing I'm going to get that record. It is pretty wild.
Yes.
The most wins by any UFC fighter in Irish history it's going to be owned by me, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, you're on the cusp, and wouldn't it be crazy if it's in a title fight that you break it? I mean, you know, just like...
Here's what's at stake in this next fight for me, right? Ian Garry versus Islam Makhachev. The #1 pound-for-pound fighter on the planet. The current welterweight champion. Looking to break records, break the history of the sport,
yep,
and have the 17th consecutive win in UFC history, right? That 17th consecutive fight. On the other side, you have a guy who's wanting to prove and achieve his dreams of being the best welterweight on the planet by beating the baddest man on the planet, the pound-for-pound #1 in the world.
Breaking, Michael Bisping raises serious doubts about Ian Garry's chances, explaining that Islam Makhachev was practically bred for this exact moment since childhood. Bisping points to the entire lineage behind Makhachev: Khabib Nurmagomedov, Eagle MMA, and the deep-rooted fighting heritage that surrounds him, suggesting this isn't just talent, it's generational preparation. According to Bisping, Garry is stepping into the cage against someone who has already lived through pressure moments like this before, making the question simple: will Garry's preparation actually be enough against that kind of built-in experience?
However, will it be enough? We got to remember, Islam Makhachev was bred for this ever since he was a little boy. There's just something different about him, about his team, about Khabib, about Eagle MMA, about Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov, the lineage, the heritage, and just the kind of fighting spirit that these men have. Islam Makhachev has been bred for this moment, and he's been in these kind of big moments before.
Breaking, Islam Makhachev lays out his entire game plan without hesitation, openly targeting Ian Garry's weaker grappling and wrestling skills. He acknowledges Garry's striking is genuinely dangerous, but makes it clear that's exactly why he intends to avoid standing and trading altogether. Instead, Makhachev promises to take the fight to the ground, hold him down, and finish him there. A direct, no-nonsense strategy from a fighter who knows precisely where his opponent's vulnerabilities lie heading into this highly personal matchup.
I know he's not good on the grappling or wrestling, but he's not like weak point, but his good point is the striking, you know. That's why it's not secret. I will try to take him down, hold him, and finish him in the ground.
Breaking, Islam Makhachev reinforces his strategy once again, making it clear there's no secret plan here. He intends to exploit Ian Garry's grappling weakness directly. By repeating his intention to take the fight to the ground and finish it there, Makhachev shows supreme confidence in his wrestling pedigree, essentially telling Garry exactly how the fight will unfold and daring him to try and stop it from happening inside the octagon.
I know he's not good on the grappling or wrestling, but he's not like weak point, but his good point is the striking, you know. That's why it's not secret. I will try to take him down, hold him, and finish him in the ground.
Breaking, MMA experts weigh in, agreeing that Islam Makhachev isn't shying away from this challenge despite moving up in weight. They believe size-wise both fighters will be fairly evenly matched against Ian Garry, but there's a consensus that Makhachev's overall skill set and persistence give him a significant edge, reinforcing just how dangerous he remains even outside his natural weight class heading into fight night.
Islam Makhachev not steering away from that challenge. Islam is coming up, so he's going to be, I feel like comparably size-wise, they're going to be about even, Islam's super good.
Breaking. Daniel Cormier, speaking as a genuine friend of Islam Makhachev, dismisses any suggestion that Ian Garry's trash talk or reputation has rattled him in the slightest. Cormier's insider perspective carries real weight here. Having known Makhachev personally for years, he insists there's zero fear on his end heading into this fight. Only calm, calculated confidence from a fighter who has already proven himself at the highest level of the sport.
For sure, Islam Makhachev is not afraid. I'll tell you this, as a person that's a friend of Islam, a person that's known Islam for years and years, he's not afraid of.
Breaking. Sean Strickland goes fully unfiltered here, brutally calling Ian Garry weak and questioning his character in typical blunt Strickland fashion. He doesn't hold back, describing a broader pattern of people who smile publicly while hiding what he calls a rotten core underneath. While controversial and harsh, Strickland's comments add another layer of outside criticism piling onto Garry, just as tensions with Islam Makhachev continue building toward their high-stakes showdown.
He's a weak man. He's a fucking weak man. And this is what I try to tell people, man. You meet these fucking cunts all day long and they smile and they shake your fucking hand and they smile, but really like their core is fucking rotten. And like you look at me and I'm an asshole, I'm making fun of this liberal fuck, Like, no offense, man. I mean, I guess we need fucking liberals.
Breaking. As this entire saga wraps up, one thing is undeniable. Joe Rogan's comments about Islam Makhachev commenting on Ian Garry's wife opened up a firestorm nobody expected. Between Makhachev's mockery, Garry's wife defending her family publicly, and a long list of MMA voices like Khabib, Bisping, Cormier, and Strickland all weighing in, this build-up has become just as heated outside the octagon as it promises to be inside it. Whether Garry silences his doubters or Makhachev proves once again why he's the pound-for-pound #1. This fight is shaping up to be unforgettable.